Hey, happy Thursday. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator, and here is my Volvo V&L. Today's video was going to be a trip in the V&L, but then I decided, you know what, let's take a look at some of the used trucks that are currently available in the game. Now, this is a new feature of 1.49, so on the main menu here we go to used trucks. And we've got access to a number of various trucks depending on where you are in the game in terms of, I guess, how many drivers you've got, how many dealers you found. I'm not entirely sure how it figures out how it accesses these trucks, and these change periodically. So right now I've got 3 screens. First one has got 4 trucks. So looking at the top left, this white International LT as a day cab, it looks a pretty basic spec machine. It's only $66,500, give or take. And we put the mouse over there, we can take a look at the spec. Yeah, part wear is quite high. A little pop-up box towards the bottom. Truck's only covered 12,500 miles, but it appears to have been abused. Looking at the spec, it's going to be an X15 efficiency. It's a 10 speed, so it's kind of short geared. It's only a 6x2, you know, 12,500 miles, 0% permanent wear. That's good, but a lot of those parts need to be replaced. In fact, all of them do. The engine, the transmission, the drivetrain. Yeah, there's all got to be replaced, and that gets a 2-star condition rating. This 389 day cab is kind of similar, 1% permanent wear. His Volvo, 7% permanent wear, but a bit less damage to the components. So I'm guessing it's been looked after more. That's a reasonable spec. It's an iShift direct drive. It's a 435. That'll be a D13. That might be a reasonable choice. It's only $71,771. Okay. Freightliner day cab, that looks like the integrated Detroit diesel. Okay. Volvo might be interesting, but again, that looks like an X15. Oh, hello. What's this? Kenworth Studio Sleeper. So it's $100,000, and it's got 1% permanent wear, but a lot of broken parts. That needs quite a bit of work done to it. I'm guessing it's an ISX15. In fact, I'm sure it will be, with 600 horsepower. So it's a nice looking truck with an 18 speed. What else have we got? Another Freightliner day cab, a Cascadia, the smaller sleeper, a Western Star, and a Mack Anthem. The Mack Anthem looks kind of nice. I mean, it's some damage to components, but it's 29,000 miles. It's not even running. With the higher spec MP7, the 395 horsepower, that would be a reasonable machine. But I think I'm going to go and pick up this Kenworth Studio Sleeper here. Alright, so I've chosen the truck, 57,000 miles. It needs a bunch of stuff replacing. Let's go ahead and purchase it. So yeah, where are we going to put it? Well, I guess we're going to put it Texarkana. Let's do that here. Okay, and that's that done. So let's go ahead and go to Truck Manager. We'll scroll down to the bottom. We'll find the Kenworth. Let's take a look at the spec before I jump into it. So we're going to upgrade here. Yeah, it's the long wheelbase. It's 6. Yeah, it's the anniversary, so 6x4. I don't want to change anything, but that is a long truck. Yep, ISX15. Stock 18 speed. Well, it has a retarder though. It's nice. It will be useful for heavy haul, I dare say. Yep, it's the 100th anniversary interior, so the sort of black leather, the Kenworth 100 logos everywhere. This is going to be expensive to fix up and restore, but it's a nice looking truck. I know it's the Kenworth 100th anniversary here. Accessory wise, I mean, there's not much I can. There's nothing I'm going to do to the truck right now. Just want to go and take it for a ride. Probably get it repaired. Swap out the plates. Okay, I guess for argument's sake, I've got navigation here. Don't need to worry too much about stuff on there. Do I want to bring my gear in? No. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and put drive it. Yep, that's fine. And then the game will load it. Now, the purposes of a video, I would probably want to just transport this somewhere and then drive it back to base. Because it's going to put me right in Texarkana, or right in my home garage, like so. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to transport it somewhere. Let's go ahead and use the console. Where are we going to find this, I wonder? I don't know. I guess we want it to be a little distance. Why am I getting notifications? Not anymore. All right. Let's just move on the map like so. So we'll buy it from a guy in this truck stop. That seems legit, right? Okay. I dare say it's going to have a full tank of fuel. That's probably close enough. All right. Okay. Wednesday, 10 o'clock. So we've just picked up the keys. In fact, let's just zip out to the outside. Let's take another look at the truck. Well, it's already got me in it, but what do you know? All right. So we've just picked up the keys, handed over about $100,000, and let's take it from there. But first things first, let's check a couple of things. Okay. All right. Jump in the cabin and let's see if it'll start. It's cunningly left in reverse. Okay, it's starting, which is good. That's always a good place to start, really. So let's check my map. I guess I really want to maybe run a trip. I don't know how reliable it's going to be, but I think it's going to be okay. Yeah. Let's take it to Chuck and Jack's. Is it Chuck and Jack's? Yeah. See if we can pick up a load. It'll just be a fairly short load, and this is an Eaton UltraShift, so it's an automated, and it didn't like getting in gear there. Check my damage. It's not showing any damage. That must just be the wear. All right. Well, let's go. So I'm expecting this to feel kind of performant. I don't need fuel, but we'll go around the island. Well, my engine light's on, but my transmission light isn't on, so the gearbox is not reporting any obvious faults. So that's a good thing. What I'm expecting to happen is for the engine to cut out a couple of times on the trip. Maybe we'll be missing a gear at the top end. I don't think so, but we might. In fact, yeah, the engine's just cut out on me. Try that again. Okay. Yeah, it's maybe the clutch needs to be replaced or something. It's not done a horrendous number of miles, I don't think. Ooh. And don't forget, this isn't me. This is the gearbox doing its thing. Or not doing its thing, as the case may be. So, I mean, how can someone wreck it in 57,000 miles? Actually, I know exactly how someone could wreck it in 57,000 miles.
Turn left, and then turn right.
It takes some doing. Oh, yeah, the brakes are just as sensitive as my other trucks, which shouldn't be a surprise because that's how I've got it set up. And the steering is just as slow as Red Thunder. Okay. Let's get those windows down. See what trips they've got. So the major benefit of buying a used truck is you save a lot of money. And if you can tolerate the truck not being perfect condition, that's fantastic. You could buy a used truck, give it to your driver when you start out in the game, or you could just use it yourself. Right, let's see. See if we have any external contracts. So I'm not busting things up to do 70 miles an hour or so. Let's see, we got an Ardmore trip, 200 miles. Texas Carnage right around the corner. There's not that much here. What have we got if we go this? Dallas, a log stacker. It's a heavy haul. I might regret this, but I think I'm going to take the heavy haul because that's kind of what this truck's built for. I think what I want to do, let me break back on, is just adjust my mirrors a little bit on this. Let's angle that one down. Let's do the same for the right side. The main mirrors are just perfect. I don't have HUD mirrors, but I don't need them. They're just handy, right? I would really like those HUD mirrors, but I haven't got them, so I'm not going to complain too much about them. I can always add them later if I need to. Looks kind of weird without anything on the HUD as well. And not forgetting, this is an even longer truck than I'm used to. It went into reverse, which is nice. The airbags work. I can drop the ride height. It's nice. Agreed. This is a long truck. Okay, I think that's lined up. Let's find out. Oh, good enough. Right, let's jump outside. External view. Let's get the ride height back to where it should be, like so, and let's connect this log stacker. Okay, so let's give it a quick tug test. So that's the trailer brake on. Yep, I think it's connected. All right, and we're off. Gonna get those windows up. It's kind of noisy. But it's saying it's only a 3-hour trip to get to where I need to be. So that's on the dashboard. I've only got 3 hours 10 left on this trip. Well, I'm not convinced that it will take me 3 hours. It might take me a little bit longer. But we'll see how what kind of condition this truck's in. I think when it runs, it's going to run great. And I believe that the trucks have a little less power when they're damaged, but that's probably something I need to experiment with. One thing's for sure though.
Turn left.
This is a kind of challenging trip in the best of times. But my speed limit's 65, so I'll not be trying to do sort of 75 on this road, which is the speed limit. Oh, the gearbox does not like that. Oh, look good on the left. Let's check the right. Yeah, the right's good, so let's go.
Turn right.
Pull out quite wide. I'm going to use the grass verge on the side. It's a little bumpy. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. The worst thing that could happen here is it cuts out or stalls on me. And then I'm sort of left hanging in the middle of the road. Good grief. It doesn't seem as performant as I might expect a 600 horsepower engine to feel. Oh, I didn't spot that cop there till just now, being sneaky. Oh, what do you know? Well, I guess this thing isn't producing clouds of black smoke, because you might pull me over for that. Right, set my cruise at 55, but I'm going to want to disable that, I guess now. Once we get on the interstate and we get above 20 miles an hour, I'll hit resume on the cruise and we'll see if we can get the speed back up. And my coolant temperature's running, my engine oil's running pretty hot as well. So coolant temperature is the cluster of 4 gauges. Oh, is this my, yes, this is, oops. Oh boy. coolant cluster of 4 gauges to the left of the tachometer is the top rightmost. So it's showing over 200, and oil cluster of 8 gauges on the right hand side of the dashboard. It's the furthest rightmost on the lower end, and that is showing pretty hot as well. It's also a function of the dashboard, so let me go ahead and bring that up whilst I'm negotiating this. I'm not going very quickly up this small gradient. Okay, that's put it to downshift. Alright. Tell the world I want to merge left. There's nothing coming from behind me, which is good. Let's go through. Okay, water temperature 213 Fahrenheit and oil 223. It's running a little warm. I'll keep my eye on that. I don't think it's going to overheat, but we may have to watch that. Alright, let's put the cruise... Oh, I forgot. This isn't a World of Truck, so I can do 75. I'm not going to try. Let's set the cruise at 65. I don't know if we're going to get there anytime soon. We might not. We might be locked out of top gear. And we'll keep our eye on those gauges. Okay. Let's let this tanker pass me. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of white trucks, but I don't dislike them as much as I used to. Let's just say. Would I have bought this if it was a white Kenworth? Probably not. And I wouldn't paint it white. And I bought it because it looks pretty, and it's the 100 Limited Edition. And it has air horns. Didn't buy it because of that, but hey. I reckon my oil temperature's at 230 now. Let's go and check. Yeah, it is. Okay, water's up to 218. We should be shifting up soon, unless we can't shift up. Waiting for the upshift. Now this is either a hill or a broken gearbox. Alright, I tell it to do 55, see if it upshifts. Nope. Okay, it's a broken gearbox. Dang. Let's manually try and force it to shift up. Nope. Alright, so the highest gear I've got is 15, which I suppose, if this were a manual, would be 8 low. And 1750 RPM at 55, that is showing an overheat. Okay. There we go, just dropped down. I was showing 221 Fahrenheit on water, and then a little red warning light came on. Let's push it back up to 55 and see if it comes on again. Clear on the right? Yeah, clear on the right. Okay. It's cruising now. Well, if this coolant temperature gets back up to 221 and the warning light kicks in, then we're going to have to adopt a slower pace. But right now, 2 hours 15 to go to my destination. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's just kill the engine. So I select neutral, let's try and restart it. And it worked. Alright, put it back into drive, tap resume. Lost a lot of temperature there as well, but it might put it back up to 221 because we're accelerating. And we're going up a gradient as well. Let me see. I don't know what the thermal inertia of the cooling system is, and what I mean by that is you know, how the simulation takes into account you've got a cooling system of whatever the capacity is. How long does it take for heat from the engine to heat up the fluid, assuming it's kind of compromised? Well, what would cause a higher coolant temperature? The two obvious things I can think of are low coolant level, or exhaust gas leaking into the cooling system. So probably a leaking gasket somewhere, and that's really not a good place to be. If it overheats, I can crack the block, I can seize the engine. So I really want to avoid that. But actually, it's 217 on the coolant, 227 on the oil. I think it's doing all right. Let's go back to my my status. 1 hour 49 to go. Okay, this will be still a bit of a challenge, but not quite what I was expecting. I didn't think we'd be overheating on this trip. Well, time for a sip of... this is water, I think. Yep, or decaf, depending on your perspective. I should really have looked at my mirror and seen something coming up on the on-ramp, but I didn't. I'm clearly the worst trucker ever. Sorry, red car. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the speed a little. I guess we're not that short of power if we're overhauling this truck going up a gradient. But I don't want to pressurize the engine too much. I don't want to stress it too much, because every time you stress it, you're asking more power, you're putting more heat into the system. Oh no, I'm not going to make that. Oh, I forget, my retarder kicks in. If my speed is 6 miles an hour over the cruise control speed, the retarder will kick in to try and keep the speed down. That's useful to know. Now the downside is the retarder puts heat into the cooling system, or likely puts it into the cooling system. It actually puts it into the transmission, I believe, which is likely cooled. I don't know. Is the automated transmission fluid cooled by the coolest part of the cooling system? If you know the answer to that, or if you know the likely answer to that, let me know in the comments below, because I'm actually curious to know. Alright, let's put the speaker back up to 55, and I wonder if we can go a little faster. I don't want to cook things, but let's try setting cruise at 60. Because I reckon once we get up to speeds, it's not needing that much more power. Well, it's using a little bit more, but it might be able to keep its temperature below the danger zone. Let's use the right hand lane. Oh yeah, there. Okay, there goes the temperature. Just the red light came on. But we went down a hill, so it eased off the power, and then we used the retarder. Okay, let's try and hold it at 60 and see if it's gonna start to overheat again. Now, anecdotally, if you let your engine overheat, if you damage your engine and you keep stressing it and it overheats, eventually it seems to either damage itself even more. Eventually it hits 100%. If your engine's at 100% damage, it's not going to run anymore. Okay, it's holding on to 60 without overheating. That is very good news. I suspect a hill would really not be good news right now. Alright, so it wants me to take this exit but then stay in the left lane. I can do that. Let's kill the speed to 55. In fact, let's drop it a little bit more. I think they'll be coming up to a...
Turn right.
Yeah, it needs to be the other lane. Okay. And my engine's just died.
Keep left.
That's really terrible timing. Let's try and get it restarted. Okay, I think I got it going. Let's put it in gear, back on the power. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Without an engine, you kind of lose your engine brake. Right, back on the cruise control. Check the mirror. Lanes from the right exposure to this one, so it will stay in the left-hand lane. My coolant is maybe 215, so no danger of it running hot there. Okay. That could have been a lot worse, but losing the engine right when you take the exit ramp is just not good. And I know I could have restarted. Oh, did it again. I could restart it by keeping it in gear. I don't really want to. Okay, try and restart it. Oh, didn't start. Let's try again. Didn't start. Try again. There we go. Okay. Put it back in gear and back on the power. All right. Back on resume. I need to be in the middle lane. Lane 2. Okay. That was a little bit nerve-wracking there. Oh no, what's this? Ah. Oh, come on, white car, silver car. I'll be in this lane. Okay, so the road's blocked, which means I now have a bigger challenge to get to my destination. So we need to get there by 6:38 or 18:38, and I'm going to take a diversion. I'll see if we can do this. Okay, it reckons I can still do it, but man, I'm 3 hours away. Oh, this is really not good. Okay. And we're stressing the engine out by climbing a hill at low speed and high revs. So let's watch that coolant temperature. I see it ticking up slightly. Okay, we're going to be alright, because once we get over the top we can then kind of coast down the hill. Oh my gosh, it wants me to go so far out of my way. I wonder if we could do a Texas turnabout using the reservation. I think the central reservation, I think that'd be bad practice to do that. But right now, I'm going to struggle to get to my destination in time, because I can't really do 65. It's about to reach its temperature limit, so come on, reach 55, settle back, there we go. I'm going to let it just cruise at 55 for a little bit, and then once the temperature drops to maybe 215, give or take, we'll tap up again and get it back up to 60. And if it holds 60 without showing an overheat, might try 65. But I'm pretty much betting that this time here, yeah, it's dropping back. So I've lost 5 minutes since I took the diversion. So what's happening now is the diversion, I can't do whatever speed it thinks I should be able to do. And so the amount of time it estimates it's going to take me to get to my destination is basically increasing. And even if I wanted to do the highly illegal, use the central reservation to turn around, there's a fence there. So I'm not able to do it. In fact, there's a bit of a gradient all over the road. I'm not able to even do that. So I'm not going to show a little bit, huh? No, it's showing the overheat. I'm going to keep the hammer down. No, I'm not. Drop it to 50. The oil's overheating too. Okay. The lights went out. Back on the power. They went back on again. Back off the power. Okay. Let's hold 54. Oh, don't pull me into for a waste, thank goodness, because that would really ruin my day. I'd get fined for use, and it'd then take me another week to get back up to speed. And I dare say I'm not going to be able to use the central reservation here either. Where the heck is my turnaround? It's all the way over here. So this is a pretty unlucky trip then, so far. Oh well. I mean, I guess it's one of the perils of buying a used truck. In this case, it's a little damaged, and that with a diversion means that I kind of just have to lump it. And if I'm late at my destination, well, that's kind of my problem. It's something I've got to deal with. Do I kill my engine, keeping the power down if it starts to overheat? Or do I ease off a little, let things cool down? Oh, there goes the overheat. So we're about to crest the hill. I'm going to... here we go. Here's my exit. So it's gonna cool down. There we go. because we're off the power, and I'll take this exit and then we'll come back on ourselves. Could be worse. Let's kill the power, use my indicator, use the engine brake. I thankfully have enough fuel, otherwise I would be struggling to fill with this thing behind me. Okay, light is green, it's kind of going to go to red, but I've got to do like a U-turn, and my long-suffering short wife will completely understand that. Okay, it's not even using the crawler gear when I stop. It's happy enough to use second, or I guess low-high. If this were a manual, the LH gear. And I'm rolling forward. Let's use the E-brake. It's going to let things cool down at least, I suppose. Good grief, 3.3 to the gallon. Yeah, this engine's not not at its healthiest. That's for sure. Okay, light's gone to green. I'm going to take this wide and I'm going to cut back on myself. Oh, there's a lot of station traffic there. Okay, let's back on the brake, give it full lock. In fact, let's use my four-way flash as my hazard warning lights, because I'm clearly a hazard on the road. I'm just going to block this intersection.
Left, then turn left.
Okay. I don't know if I'll get through on this line. I might just run the yellow light. Let's use my four-way flashes again. That's my excuse for doing whatever the heck I want. Oh, not in this case. Okay. Wow. That's kind of ruined my day. I think that's pretty much killed my chances of getting there. Yeah. So it's saying 6:22, 6:23 now. And it gives me 15-minute margin of error. So I am so going to struggle with this. I'm down on power. I think just accelerating up this hill is going to probably push my temperatures to, you know, I've got 7 degrees headroom. We'll see if it'll do it. At least idling it is cooling things off, so that gives me a bit of headroom. But if I want to get up to 60, I don't think I have the thermal headroom to do that. I'll have to do it in stages, which of course adds to the time. On the other hand, being late is also okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Where I'm going. Swing it wide, don't you dare, you little red Jeep. I've seen what the creepy horseman does to you. Right, that's full power, which was very unnecessary because all it did was downshift and rev a little higher. Alright, it's already up to 215 on the temperature. Let's tap resume. I'm going to go back to... I'm not going to watch it, 216. I know it's going to hit the temperature. It's just if we can get up to speed or not before it does. Or what speed will be when it reaches the warning. Right now, 25 miles an hour is not very encouraging. And it's short shifted to 1,000 revs. It seems a little low. Well, I'm the guy that programmed the engine shift points, so that one's on me. Right. Let's switch to the external view so I don't see the lights come on. How about that? Whoa. Can't drive for anything like this. Let's use this view instead. And there we go. Okay, great. Let's try a restart. Nope. Try again. Okay. Put it back in gear. Tap resume. And we're back. Okay. Lost a few degrees temperature by having the engine installed on us, so that's helped. And we're still rolling. We're doing 35 and we're coming down a hill. Oh no, don't make me stop. I was already forecasting I'm going to get there late, so if I stop it will merely cement that deal. Ah, yes. Lady Luck has graced me with something, has got me lucky or something. That's probably inappropriate. I know what I mean. Alright, and we're up to 55, more or less, and temperature hasn't kicked in, so let's give it a little bit to let that needle settle back before we press on to 60. This red truck's going to ruin my day, but I'll move out after this Camaro, like so. Sorry everyone. Push it onto 60. I don't think this truck is going to get up to speed until I'm right next to it, because isn't that what happens? You get next to it and he finally gets up to speed, and is on his way up to 75. So I don't think I'm going to be able to pull in front of this guy, but we'll find out. I mean, maybe. He might be limited to 55. There goes my my engine oil and coolant temperature. We'll just reach our cruise, so that temperature should drop by a degree or two. Kill the warning light. Come on, come on. Am I ahead of him enough? I guess I'm gonna use the indicator and pull in. No, I guess I was a little close. Okay. Sorry about that, Peterbilt. Or was it the Kenworth? I'm not sure. Either way, the temperature lights have gone out, but that's because we went down a hill, so I bet you it's going to go back on now. Yeah, this thing's working hard. Waiting for the light to come on. I see the needle ticks up a little bit. It's got to be really close to 220 coolant. Is it at 220? Let's check. Yeah, it is. So we're right at the cusp, right at the thermal limit. Maybe dropping to 55 is going to help, but every time we sort of ease off the power a little bit, we lose a degree or two, like there. We're back on the power, so the temperature goes back up. Here's my exit. Okay, that's good. Tap down. I'm overhauling this traffic. I'm going to be slowed going up this exit. Probably more than this semi. But I don't want to run in the back of this Dodge Charger, I think. See, I'm killing all that energy by having to slow down because chump face here. And now I'm dragging my heavy ass up this hill and putting a bunch of heat into the cooling system. Fine. I don't want to watch. Oh yes. Okay, I've crashed the top, so I can lift off completely and let gravity help me down the hill. And then, yeah, let's watch that temperature go down. And then just tap resume on the cruise just to keep me going. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh no, I'm gonna miss. Okay, the problem I've got here is the inspection station is past my exit, so I've got to do a whole loop around. I can't double back on myself. Yeah. No, I'm gonna miss it. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna pay the fine, which is $700. It's probably going to cost me more than $700 if I'm late by the 30 minutes it will take me to go all the way around the loop yet again, because there's no way to access is it the GART area from where I was. It's a stop sign, so I better stop. Okay, I stopped, and then come on, let's go. So I'm reckoning on being about 12 minutes late, and you'll find every minute you are late. So it's advantageous to not be so late. And I'm going to fit through here. Well, I'm speeding for one. Okay, that seems okay. That's about right. Oh, Cargo is awfully close on the left side. Okay, cleared it. Thank goodness for that. Going to take the rightmost lane, slightly short on the other end, wait for lane to clear. Well, there's nothing in the way, so I'm just going to keep going. I've got to stop here and go for this through the security check, so let's do that. Stop too short. Brilliant move there, David. Well done. Oh, come on. Please imagine some very British frustration sounds. Right, thank you. Good grief. How hard was that? Okay. Let's go. Let's go. This is probably not how you're supposed to drive in this area, but I'm gunning it off the line. There's nothing around me. My headlights aren't on. Let's turn my lights on. Let's do this so everyone knows that I'm a danger and a hazard. And I guess we're going to turn right up here. Does it want me to stop? No, that's the other side. That's my full lock. This thing is the turning circle of an oil tanker. Okay. So I guess my destination's just up here on the left. It looks like.
Here we are.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm probably not going to make that, but that's a big transformer there. But we'll give it a go. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make this at all. I made a right mess of it. Well, it wouldn't be a good video if it didn't have me making a mess of parking, right? That's actually kind of close to what it should be. Okay, I'm going to abandon it there. It's fine by me. It works. It's good enough.
Let's go.
And that's not what the heck? Did I just press the wrong button? I guess I did. Okay, try that again, shall we? There we go. Okay, so 332 miles, which was way more than it should have been because of the massive diversion that we did. 101 gallons, so that is 3.3 miles per gallon. That is not good, even for that heavy cargo. But that is the perils of buying a used truck, ladies and gentlemen. You sometimes get something that has been abused. Maybe it was part of a recent convoy I was in. That wraps up today's video. Hope that you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Click like, click dislike. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.